How long did it take you to know each other's likes or dislikes when it comes to sexual intimacy?
Good.
Okay. Hey fam, welcome to the Cold Life. This is a special love edition.
Oh my God. Help her, y'all. She is a cheese ball.
I don't care. We asked you guys to do a Q&A on intimacy, and we are getting very real. And y'all, wow.
Came with the thunder.
Y'all came with the heat.
So you want us to get personal is what you want.
And you know what? We're going to do it for y'all. We're going to do it because I think it's helpful to talk about some of the things that we've done and some of the experiences that we've had, and we're just gonna dig in.
Before we do that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
And hit us up on Instagram @_thecoldlife_.
Let's get into it.
Now, before we actually start, I want you guys to know something about Lexi.
Oh Lord, what?
Many years ago when we first met, this girl was an anti-Valentine's Day girl. She felt that it was a cheesy holiday. You should celebrate love every day. Why do we celebrate it this day? She was one of those people, right?
That is true.
Your boy changed her all the way around. Now she's planning Valentine's Day for us this year.
We do it.
Come on.
We go back and forth. Like one year he does it, next year I'll do it, and we go back and forth.
You know, all it took was really her finding the right person to love.
Okay.
And all of it made sense.
I guess.
Let's proceed with the questions.
It is true though. I'll give you that. What is your favorite non-sexual way to experience intimacy together as a married couple? Some of the things that we do is, I think we like to ask each other questions. We have like different types of cards that we bring with us almost every date, just because we like to go deep. We like to feel each other's answers. And so we get like cards and we'll ask each other, some deep questions, some light questions, and it just connects us. And that is, I would say that's a non-sexual way.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's like the vulnerability with each other, I think is a really intimate experience for us, that we're opening up and we're sharing about things that maybe we've never talked about before.
Yeah.
And we've talked about a lot of things, but it's a different aspect or a different twist to a certain question that's asked that allows us to go deeper and to kind of reveal ourselves. And I think that vulnerability makes us feel closer.
Yep.
Did you ever feel like maybe you shouldn't have gotten married? If yes, how did you come back to your senses? So I think for me, I can say confidently, I never felt like I shouldn't have gotten married. I think Lex and I have talked about this. Like, there are times where we may have underestimated the level of difficulty with certain seasons, level of difficulty with true compromise and living, every single day, every single moment with each other, and
intentional,
and being very intentional with our marriage. Like, we did not think marriage was going to be easy. We didn't go into our marriage like that. We knew it was going to be hard work, but some things were still harder than we thought.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is that realizing how intentional you need to be. And then also you can go in knowing that marriage is going to take work, but then realizing the type of work that you need. And you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this type of work. So yeah.
But no, we have never second guessed marrying each other or being married in general. Like, I love being married every day.
How long did it take you to know each other's likes or dislikes when it comes to sexual intimacy?
Good.
Okay. I would say that I'm just gonna be real with y'all. When me and Brian had our first kiss, we were dating and we were in in your parents' basement, and we were watching the movie.
Isn't that where all first kisses start?
Right. And we had our first kiss, and we kissed a little bit. They were like, "Okay, let's go. I'm leaving." And
it's starting to get hot.
I went back home. He called me immediately and he asked about how did the kiss go. And I'm like, maybe I'm thinking he was thinking about the moment, or maybe it was too much or whatever. No, he was talking about like physically, how did I feel about the kiss? What could he have done better with the kiss? How else could I have kissed you? What do you like about kisses? And I think we talked about that one kiss for an hour. I would say that is how Brian is in every moment, sexually. When it comes to me, he wants to learn and he wants to understand. And so we are very communicative. And this is not during sex or anything like that. It's just kind of like when we have, when we've had our first moments, or when we're trying something that maybe we never tried before, he's very much of like, what could we do? How can we make it better? All of that. It's very informative.
I think we're both like that. It is definitely embarrassing to think about that same night. What were you, 19, 20 years old?
Yeah.
I was like, God, did I really call her that night? But to be fair, like we were still like best friends before that.
Yeah.
So it was like calling my best friend and telling my best friend about the kiss that I just had with a beautiful girl, you know.
And it just happened to be me.
She was my best friend too. This is kind of like a second part almost, it sounds like. So do you find it easy to communicate what you want with each other, especially if what you previously shared you wanted has shifted or changed over time? So I would say with us, we talk all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not strange, awkward, or even like, you know, nerve-wracking to just tell each other like, hey, so I've been thinking about this. Hey, so what'd you think about this? Like, we just talk. And so do we still talk every single time after sex about how it went? No. But we definitely are open in receiving communication, feedback, critique. Like, we're literally in this for life.
Yeah.
So why in the world would I want to be having sexual encounters with you that aren't pleasing?
Or any intimate encounters, everything.
Let's just talk about it.
Yep.
We in this for the long haul.
And we don't need
might
to
as well make sex amazing.
And we don't need to be having no bad experiences, period.
Nah.
We're just going to say really quick that we can have some book. We're going to put some books that we've read down below of intimacy and just marriage. I know a couple of people asked about that, so we're going to put some links below. Okay. How do you let each other know that you love them without saying a word?
The look I give you.
I'm done.
Kidding. I can't do the look while I'm laughing.
I think we have moments of just like looking at each other and just, we realize the depth of our, I don't know, we can stare at each other and just realize there's just so much depth to us, and we feel that just in us staring.
Yeah. Like legitimately. It's just, we just know. It's like that moment we just lock and it's like our souls meet.
Yeah. Being in an interethnic couple, have y'all done anything in particular to stay connected to each other during these tough times and racial tension in the world? Or is it easier because your foundation is already built in and secure? And being on YouTube, bloggers, how often do you unplug from social to escape the negativity of it all?
We've definitely laid the foundation.
Yeah.
Years and years of laying the foundation. So I think at this point, Lexi and I are both on the same page with all of these things. There's very few times where we don't interpret something the same way or we're not on the same page. So I think during that time, it's not that we have like a lot of conversation to find out where each other is and try to like understand and navigate. At this point in our relationship, it's more so, especially me, asking how can I be there to support you right now? Yeah. Knowing that her emotions are affected, knowing that her spirituality is affected, her mentality is affected. And just being a support and being a comfort during that, I think is my way of being intimate with you and just like, I'm here with you at this point, you know? Yeah.
As far as unplugging, I think that there are times that we take days or date nights and times that we are just to ourselves. We try to just unplug, not be on our phones. We could get emails and all that type of stuff. And we just try to just focus on now, focus on this moment as if the world is non-existent and it's just us. We really can reel that in, you know, when we go out and when we have date nights and stuff like that. So we try to do that a lot.
There's a lot of moments that we don't vlog. There's a lot of moments that we just, most date nights we don't vlog. So that's us time.
How do you guys remain spiritually and emotionally intimate? I would say that we worship together. And I'm not talking about the physical. I'm talking about actual.
We worship like that too.
I'm talking about the like just actually listening to music and just praying together and just having worship sessions together. I feel like that just brings a closeness of our spirits, just being intimate. And honestly, I miss going to church with you and just having like spiritual encounters in church. Not to say you can't have them at home, because we do, but I miss those moments of us like just receiving the word at the same time and being in this whole mist and the Holy Spirit just feeling it. Like those were beautiful moments, and you have those moments here, but it's different. And so I think those are the ways that
Yeah.
I feel that we're spiritually intimate.
Hey there, I'm messaging all the way from Zimbabwe. What up, Zimbabwe?
Hey.
I watch your videos and love how genuine you both are. My question is, what specific things do you do not sexual that help your partner get in the mood sexually? Also, do y'all have like a code word that helps let the other person know you're in the mood and can slip away for a little bit? I think for Lexi, it's definitely doing small things. If I can make her, if I can get her to feel that I've been thinking about her, that I've been like paying attention to her, that I'm listening, that I'm caring, that I'm valuing her, like all of those things definitely like start to lead up to the physical manifestation of that emotional connection.
Yeah. For Brian, non-sexual would be just words of affirmation, saying a lot of, just noticing the things that he does throughout the day, and I'm recognizing it and making sure that I let him know that I'm recognizing it. All of that, it can be non-sexual intimacy.
Also, she knows how hard I work, so when she does things to like lighten my load, like I want to take her to the bedroom like immediately. Like it's just like you are realizing, you're seeing me, and you're seeing how hard my day can be sometimes, and you just want to be there and help out. Yeah. That is the best ever. Do we have a code word?
Nah, playa. We'll just look at each other and we know.
We don't need no words. Let me tell you something.
And I feel like there's times we're around people and we're just kind of, you could just tell that we are, and it's not about sexual, it's just we're feeling very close and connected.
Yeah, we just know. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I was thinking like when your family was over that game night and we were just together and we were just holding each other, and it was just, you could just, I don't know, I love those moments. I think that we just feel connected and intimate.
It is a look. If you look at me, I know exactly where you're at.
Whatever your love language is, we can say those really quick. I think that Brian's love language is words of affirmation, main ones, and I would say physical touch is right under there for him. Mine's is quality time.
You've admitted to that.
I've changed.
She is. Ooh, Lord, we had to go through a healing process. She was trying to deny it. This girl loves quality time.
I love quality time, but I would say right under that is physical touch.
Yeah.
I would say right under that is physical touch. The appropriate manner to ask / suggest something to the husband. To be more like, I don't want to say sexual, to be more intimate about it. It shouldn't be like, hey, you want to have sex? Like, we don't really do that. I think it's certain things that you can do to suggest. And I think you could do it in body language or just moments and all of that.
Talking about for you trying to get the husband to realize that you want it.
Yeah, I think that there's more like ways to do it than just like, hey, I want to have sex.
You have to know your partner. So it's different.
Yeah.
And it's like a nice little lead.
I think doing small gestures and stuff like that could really, Yeah. I don't want to be too specific on here.
Not too specific.
But yeah.
Don't give away our trade secrets.
Right.
So there were a number of questions about how was sex like during pregnancy, and then how was sex once Aza's here and now we're parents, and how have things changed. One of these questions specifically said if there's any challenges, how did we solve it? What were you guys shy, uncomfortable, secure, confident? So
I do feel that I was a little concerned about pregnancy while I was pregnant. There were times where I felt like I was super confident, and there were times that I was very concerned or just wondering like, how is this? Because there were moments where it was very hard for me to do different things. And I think I talked about it before I went through some issues with IVF and transitioning from like IVF to actually being pregnant that caused some issues.
The first trimester was difficult.
Yeah, the first trimester was difficult. And then like there had to be like confidence kind of built back up because I was dealing with UTIs and yeast infections constantly that caused like a lot of issues. So I had to really get my confidence back up, and it didn't last long, but it was enough where I remember that. And I remember that Brian was very good at helping me feel confident about myself and making sure, and he was very affirming during that time. So
Lexi pregnant was sexy. You were gorgeous pregnant. So like, it was tough because Lexi seeing herself one way, and I'm like, if you could just see you through my eyes, like you would feel completely different. Yeah, no, I definitely think that the first trimester was difficult for us. We were it's just navigating new territory, new waters with each other, and working with Lexi with some of the emotions that she was experiencing,
and the physical issues that I was dealing with. That was hard. So
later throughout pregnancy, things got pretty normalized. And it started to get great again and fun again, and I think towards the end you just gotta get creative. I mean, there's this basketball in between you, so you just gotta get creative. It was still fun. Afterwards, when Aza was born, I can say confidently those 6 weeks without sex were hard.
Yeah, we went. Yeah.
Some men are champions and just power through, and they're great. That was hard.
Yeah, because I tore in 3 different places, so for me not to go to the hospital, I had to heal for a long time. And they didn't stitch me up or anything, so they just wanted me to naturally heal, which I did, and it was fine. But it was hard. That was hard.
And it was almost like we didn't know exactly when to start trying again, because we just progressionally, very slowly started to like ease our way back into it because of her body, and just wanted to make sure like this is not painful or this is like a good experience for you.
And again, those 6 weeks, you just gotta...
You gotta pray.
Yeah.
All right, so how is sex now that we're parents and like we're in a routine with Aza? Like, how has our sex life changed, or has it changed?
No, it hasn't changed at all. As far as like before pregnancy, like to now, like if anything, because we're stable, it has just gotten better. We're by ourselves. Mind you guys, we haven't been by ourselves in like
2 years.
2 years. So this has been a blessing and a half. We care a lot about our space and making sure that, I know some people are like, oh, my baby should sleep with them like the whole time. And me and Brian were very adamant about getting our bed back. And that doesn't mean that we don't love Aza and we want her to be next to us. She slept in the same room with us for the first 6-7 months. But I wanted her to have her own space so we could, just still be intimate, still hold each other, still connect at night. Like all of that was important to us. So that is how we stay connected. We always try to keep each other first when it comes to our intimacy and our connection. That's period.
We've always been intentional with our marriage. Nothing has changed with that since Aza. She's added a new beautiful dynamic and component to our lives. Like, this girl is incredible, but she can't cause us to lose each other.
Yeah.
And so we're just very intentional with making sure, hey, if it's during nap time, then it's during nap time. Like, if it's at night after she goes to bed, then it's at night after she goes to bed. We are just very intentional and just if we're feeling a moment, like, let's run with it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let that,
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were nervous this might happen. This conversation went a little longer than we thought.
Yeah.
Great question. So we are going to do part 2. So make sure you come back and watch the second part of this conversation to finish off the rest of our questions.
And enjoy
Valentine's Day.
Your Valentine's Day weekend. This is not the only day to express love, but it's an extra day. So enjoy.
She loves Valentine's Day now, guys.
I do. We love you guys. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.